Hi, everyone. So today I did a live thing on YouTube and X and so on with 6 of the so-called disinformation dozen. And we were named by the Biden administration back in the spring of 2021 because we told the truth about COVID and did as much as we possibly could to save lives. Uh, on the Maha podcast today, we had Stuart Brotman, and he said, I prefer to think of you, to give you the name Free Expression Warriors. And they pointed out that YouTube is owned by Google. Google is owned by the Alphabet Agency, and that is a large pharmaceutical company. But I learned that people are moving from Google to AI, which is becoming then a bit more neutral. RFK Jr. said, censorship is an instrument of tyranny. It certainly is. But I wanted to tell you what it was like to be with these 6 people today, because Jeff Childers is our lawyer, and Jeff himself, Coffee and COVID, some of you read it every day. I do. It's like my daily bread. And Jeff has been widely censored from Medium magazine, which used to write a lot about. I mean, that was a platform. It's not a magazine, it's a platform. And he also has been censored by Patreon. But he asked each of us where we were when we heard about the disinformation dozen. Like, what were you doing? Sayer G was in an Airbnb with his daughters. Rissa Islam actually heard it on TV. He literally heard, I think, the administration say that we were all murderers. And on it goes. I remember the first time I saw it, someone sent me a picture of it. I don't know if it was on Instagram or YouTube, and I laughed because I actually couldn't believe it. I could not. To this day, I don't have my name on Instagram. We're still shadow banned, and I lost PayPal and Venmo, and that's inconvenient, of course. But we know that when you self-censor, and I've talked about this in another podcast, when you self-censor all the time, it's a health risk. It's literally a health risk. So we were all censored, and let's talk about a health risk. So many people, family members, maybe some of you as well, never got the information that you needed that could have saved your life or saved your health. So that's direct. I'm not talking about, God, you have something to say, but you don't dare to say it. Well, I am actually. I am. I did dare to say it, and I paid the price, and I'm still paying the price. And would I do it again? You bet. Let's talk about how far things have gone in terms of people not seeing what really went on. Okay, I just heard this today. A friend of mine was talking to her mother, and her mother is a nurse. Her mother was called to a friend of hers' house. Please come over. I don't think my husband is doing well, and I would just like you to come and check on him. The husband was dead. She didn't know. That is how far away from the truth many people have gotten. Now, I can give you a million reasons why that is. You've been injected with so much metal, and then we've got the 5G towers, and every time you have another shot, there can be cognitive problems as a result of this. But heck, blood sugar over the years increases the risk of Alzheimer's. That's why too high blood sugar, diabetes. Alzheimer's is called type 3 diabetes. And I just learned this today. Alzheimer's, you don't lose your memory, you lose access to your memories. It's important that we not lose access to our memories. Did that happen? Did COVID happen? Yeah, yeah. Was it a mass murder attempt? Yes. Rissa Islam was talking about when the administration went around to the black neighborhoods and knocked on the doors, you should get the shot, you know? And Rissa goes, well, I'm a black man, and we have a long history of not trusting the government. He was very, very funny. And he said, and he's right, now it's not like the government is attacking just black people. Everybody. It's everybody. I just saw a great little meme, and it said, um, news about an outbreak is actually just a vaccination promotional, which is true. It's the same with what they call emerging infectious diseases. I mean, I've been hearing about that for decades, emerging infectious. Why are they emerging? Well, they need them to emerge so that you'll be afraid and then you'll get a vaccine, and that's what makes the world go round. So I want you to become part of the solution so that we no longer have this censorship industrial complex. I learned that Adam Schiff is the one who wrote to the his colleagues in the Senate and asked them to take away our PayPal and Venmo accounts. Dr. Sherry Tenpenny had paid everybody that way. I did a lot as well. But with Sherry Tenpenny, the money that she had in there, they just took, like those Canadian truckers. Anyway, things are moving. They're moving, and I hope that you're feeling more emboldened to tell the truth with love and with compassion. There's the covidjustice.org I learned about today on the Maha podcast. And you can sign the COVID Justice Resolution, and there's the Trusted News Initiative. Covidjustice.org is good. You know how, there are various groups who've said never forget, right? Well, it's important that we move on. But if we don't say something about what really happened, kind of like all of my patients over the years who never told anyone that they had been sexually abused, when you don't get that out, it becomes pathology in the body. You have infinite capacity to heal, but not if you're keeping a lid on your free expression. And so that's the point today. I want you to go out today and say one or two things. Now, that could be calling up your senator and just saying, this is how I feel, done with love and compassion, or a family member. And just want you to know this. When you did that, it felt really bad to me, and I was hurt. And then the family member, if they're not someone you can really clean it up with, will say, I'm so sorry you feel that way. Not an apology. We've talked about that before. But the main thing, I want you to be a free expression warrior, because then you are part of the ascension of humanity. I do not know what happened here. Maybe it was the cat. All right, that's it.